Nonso was 30, tall and dark-skinned with a calm, confident voice that made people pause and listen. He was born and raised in Enugu but had moved to UK in his early 20s for school and work. Life was structured over there, cold, organized, reliable. But in that orderliness, something was missing. Maybe warmth, maybe spontaneity, maybe love. Then came Sylvia. He found her on Tinder, a 27-year-old Delta girl with full lips, sharp cheekbones, and an unapologetic glow. She had a side hustle as a DJ and ran a small baking business from home. In every photo, she looked effortlessly cool, sneakers, apron, or headphones on. They matched and started talking casually. Then the calls came, then the video calls, then the feelings. 2 years passed, 2 whole years. Through COVID scares, late-night talks, voice notes, birthdays, and I wish you were here messages. They never officially dated, but the connection was there. They just needed to meet. So Nonso bought a ticket. He didn't tell her the exact day he'd land in Nigeria. He wanted to surprise her a little. He messaged her the moment he got to his short-term apartment in Lekki. She was shocked, excited, nervous. "Ah, you didn't even warn me properly," she said, laughing over the phone. "Now I have to look peng in 2 hours. Okay, oh." When she finally stepped out of the cab to meet him at the restaurant he booked, Nonso was floored. She looked even better in person. Tall, dark, beautifully built, with eyes that carried fire and mystery. She wore a simple black dress and white sneakers. She smelled like vanilla and something else, maybe mischief. Dinner was fun. Sylvia was energetic and flirty. Nonso was composed, observant, deeply attracted. When they went back to the car, she leaned in with that look, the you-know-what-I-want look. He kissed her, but gently pulled back before things got heavy. "Let's not rush," he said. "Rush K, 2 years is rush," she teased. He smiled. "Exactly why we shouldn't mess it up." Sylvia nodded, though her expression shifted just a little. That was the first time he saw something he couldn't name flicker across her face. They met again the next week. He asked to visit her apartment, but she declined, saying it was messy and her sister had guests over. Instead, they met at the gate of her estate and drove out for lunch. This time she seemed off, distracted. Her phone buzzed constantly, and every 10 minutes she excused herself to the restroom. Nonso, trying to stay cool, finally asked when she came back to the table, "Everything okay?" "Yeah," she said, not meeting his eyes. "You sure? You've gone to the bathroom like 4 times. Are you counting?" she snapped. "I'm just worried." "Well, don't be. It's just family wahala. You won't understand." That conversation didn't end well. She got irritated, left the car before he could drop her off, and didn't answer his calls for a week. Then one morning, like nothing happened, she called him. "Hey, you still in Lagos?" He paused before answering. "Yeah, can I come over today? I baked something for you." He didn't know why, but he said yes. She arrived, holding a pink box filled with cupcakes, red velvet with cream cheese frosting. They talked, laughed, kissed. Things felt okay again. As they lay on the couch, tangled in each other, her phone buzzed. Nonso glanced down and saw the lock screen, a photo of a baby. He blinked. "Who's that?" he asked casually. She grabbed the phone. "Oh, my niece. She's cute," he said, watching her. "She looks like you." Sylvia chuckled nervously. "People say that." After that, he started noticing little things. Diapers peeking out from her tote bag. A half-packed can of formula that belonged to her friend. Once, when he called unexpectedly, she picked up sounding panicked and whispered, "I'll call you back." In the background, he heard a baby crying. But each time he tried to ask, she got defensive. "You ask too many questions, Nonso," she snapped once. "You want to know everything about me in one day? I've known you for 2 years. And you don't even know your own neighbor's middle name." He didn't know what to say to that. She was elusive about her family too. Never talked about her parents, just mentioned a sister sometimes. Then came the day everything crumbled. They were heading to brunch. She seemed jittery, but was trying to act normal. As they were driving out of his apartment compound, her phone rang. She picked up and froze. "What?" she shouted. "She's convulsing?" Nonso turned to her. What's going on? My sister's baby is convulsing. I need to go there now. Please, just drive. He didn't ask questions. He just drove. Fast. She was giving directions between panicked breaths. They reached a modest flat. She jumped out and ran inside. He followed her. Inside, a baby was lying on a couch, breathing fast and shallow. Sylvia scooped her up, sobbing. Help me, please. They rushed to the hospital. Nonso carried the baby as Sylvia shouted at the nurses. The child was admitted quickly. When the doctor finally came to brief them, he turned to Sylvia and said, "Your daughter is stable now. She's lucky you brought her in on time." Nonso's ears rang. "Her what?" he asked. Sylvia froze. The doctor blinked. "Her daughter." Sylvia turned sharply to the doctor. "It's not my daughter. I said it's my niece." The doctor frowned. "Oh, sorry." Nonso sat down slowly, his head spinning. Sylvia tried to explain in the car. "I was going to tell you. I swear, Nonso, I just didn't know how." "When?" he asked, eyes glassy. "When she's 5? When we're married? I thought you wouldn't want me anymore if you knew." "You were right." She reached for his hand. "I love you." He pulled away. "Then why didn't you tell me you were pregnant last year?" Her lips trembled. "I didn't even know how to say it. You were so far. And I made a mistake, okay? I was lonely." He left. "He doesn't even take care of her. I did it all alone." Nonso looked at her like she was a stranger. His voice cracked. "You let me fall for you. All this time, you had a baby, and you kept posting quotes about loyalty and honesty. You denied your child, Sylvia. In front of me. In front of a doctor." Tears slid down his face. He'd never felt that kind of betrayal. She messaged him every day after that. Called. Texted. Begged. He replied once, "I forgive you. But I need space." After a few days, he called Sylvia. Nonso had forgiven her. It wasn't easy. Not after finding out she had a whole child she never told him about. But he couldn't deny how much he loved her. And when her daughter fell ill and he rushed her to the hospital, even though Sylvia cried that night, she apologized, begged, and even tried to guilt trip him a bit, playing the "I was scared to lose you" card. It was manipulative, yes, but Nonso saw past it. He loved her, and strangely, he loved her daughter too. That little baby girl looked exactly like Sylvia, and that melted his heart. Now things seemed better. He had started to trust Sylvia again. She invited him over more often, no longer keeping him at arm's length. Her younger sister lived with her, and usually watched the child whenever Sylvia needed to go out. That Saturday evening she told him to come take her out. Just a casual date. "You've earned it," she had texted. Nonso arrived in jeans and his best white shirt, nervous but excited. Her sister was in the living room with the child watching SpongeBob and eating Golden Morn. He greeted them, sat politely, legs glued together like a shy son-in-law. 15 minutes passed, then 30. "Sylvia, what are you doing now?" he called out. She finally emerged, already wearing a tight tank top and holding a red miniskirt in one hand. "Come inside, Jor." Nonso walked in like a man entering an initiation chamber. Her room was a bit of a war zone. Clothes on the bed, makeup scattered on the dresser, bra on the chair, and a pair of heels in the laundry basket for some reason. "I can't find anything to wear," she mumbled, dropping the miniskirt and pulling off her tank top. Nonso instantly turned his back. "Ah, Sylvia, warn me next time, nah," she chuckled. "Is it not the same body you're always disturbing to touch?" He kept facing the wall. "I disturb? When? Me? Nonso?" She laughed again, clearly enjoying his discomfort. After a while, she finally got dressed, in a silky green dress that made his brain reboot, and they left. They were supposed to go to a small rooftop restaurant. She said she wanted grilled fish and malt. But in the car, just as he was about to turn onto the main road, she said, "Wait, I need to collect money from someone. Won't take more than 5 minutes." Nonso blinked. "Where?" "One house like that. Just park in front. I'll be quick, I promise." The way she said it didn't sit right with him, but he didn't want to ruin the night, so he parked. She stepped out, walked into the compound, and disappeared into one of the flats. 5 minutes passed, then 10, then 25. Nonso called. No answer. He texted. No reply. At minute 30, he got out of the car, heart pounding. He was just about to go in when he saw her coming out of the building. Her hair looked slightly rough. Her lip gloss had disappeared, and she was adjusting her dress too quickly. "Where have you been?" he asked, confused and afraid. She frowned immediately. "What kind of question is that? I told you I went to collect money. For 30 minutes. You weren't answering your phone." "Ah, Nonso, so I can't do anything again without explaining myself like a criminal." He was stunned. "I didn't say that. You're always accusing me of something. I hate this." They drove to the restaurant in silence. The tension was chewing on both of them. When they got there, she didn't even let him park properly before muttering, "Take me home. You've spoilt my mood." Nonso drove her home. The car was cold with silence. When she got down, she just said thanks, like she was forced. He didn't reply. He drove off, knuckles white on the steering. He called her that night. No answer. The next day, nothing. Second day, still nothing. Then came the twist. He went to the gym to clear his head. That's where he bumped into an old friend, Jude, the last person he expected to see. "Nonso, Jude, my guy." They laughed, hugged, joked about how both of them now had bellies despite the gym. Jude insisted they hang out later that evening. Nonso agreed. He needed the distraction. That night, Jude took him to his place, a neat duplex on the island. But something felt off. Nonso looked around. The gate, the parked cars, the little tree with yellow flowers. It was the same building Sylvia had gone into 2 nights ago. His heart dropped, but he didn't say a word. Jude, ever the chatterbox, brought out some wine. "Guy, guess what?" "What?" "I'm getting married soon." "Oh, 2 months. Wow, for real? Congrats, bro." Jude grinned and pulled out his phone. "Let me show you my babe. You'll love her. She fine die." He handed Nonso the phone. Nonso took it. One look, and his whole body went cold. It was Sylvia, smiling in the photo, wearing the same dress she had worn the night he first kissed her. In Jude's arms. "Guy, what happened?" "You know, freeze," Jude said, chuckling. Nonso blinked. "No, nothing, just, she looks familiar. Maybe you've seen her somewhere. She's from Delta." "Yeah, maybe." That night, he didn't sleep. He called her again. She picked this time, with that fake casual voice. "Hey, Nonso." He didn't waste time. "Who is Jude?" There was silence on the line. Then, "What are you talking about? I saw your picture. You're engaged to him?" She ended the call. He called again. She didn't pick. Again and again. No answer. That's when the tears came. He didn't even fight it. He cried the way only a man who loved deeply can cry. The betrayal stung. She made him feel special. She let her daughter get used to him around. She undressed in front of him, teased him, made him believe she was his. He sent her one final message. "You're a wicked woman. I'll never forgive you. But I won't destroy your wedding either. May God judge you. I'm leaving." The next week he booked his flight. Back to UK. Back to sanity. He didn't say goodbye. As the plane lifted off the Nigerian runway, Nonso looked out the window and muttered under his breath, "Women can be wicked."